Hello everyone, Fanta here, you're watching FANTAVISION, and today we're discussing the unending nightmare that is getting a next generation system. I keep thinking to myself, is this really the worst next generation system launch ever? And I have to conclude that, yes it is. Before we continue and go into the details of what is going on now, of course, please do subscribe and like, it really does help. So what's happening this time? You're probably thinking, good God, no, please no. No! What is happening? Sony is now just informing some retailers of their inventories at launch day. What? How have so many of these retailers already had pre-orders available when they don't even know how many consoles they're going to get? How do you know how many pre-orders to fill? And that's the thing, they don't. A lot of these different retailers, they put up the pre-orders a day before they were even supposed to. They were supposed to wait for Sony to give the go-ahead, but they did it before they even said to do it. It seems like retailers are just not listening to Sony or even Microsoft because Best Buy took forever to get their pre-orders going. So they're just blatantly disregarding what these companies are telling them to do for these pre-orders. And of course, those companies can't do anything about it because they're major retailers, and it's just made this whole thing a complete mess. Add that on to the fact that we are all pre-ordering these online because there's little to no in-store pre-orders for either of these consoles. So with that extra traffic, we're just taking the sites down because they can't handle that many people all clicking the same button and trying to check out all at the same time. So with this new information, we're finding out that you may not be getting a PlayStation 5 day one, and who knows when you'll get one. Some retailers, including Amazon, Best Buy, and a couple of United Kingdom places, have started to email people, including when the Xbox Series X, not just the PlayStation 5, but they're emailing basically everybody about every next-gen system saying, hey, it's probably going to be delayed. You're probably not going to be getting this day one. Now, Best Buy didn't say exactly that. They just said it was going to ship out basically the day it comes out, not arrive on the day it comes out. But that's still up in the air, and it'll be interesting to see what changes on that front. I just don't understand how this sort of thing happens for such a major piece of technology for so many different people. I don't get how they didn't coordinate with these companies and actually follow the strict timelines that they put out for them. And I also find it funny that Microsoft mocked PlayStation for their pre-orders and then had just as many issues. I really think at this point, because there's a lot of people that are going to be wondering and maybe asking this in the comments, does my pre-order confirmation guarantee me a system? So far, it sounds like you're guaranteed a system, but you're not guaranteed to get it day one. Hopefully not going to get canceled on by different retailers, but it sounds like for most retailers, they're just going to hold on to that pre-order and then ship the system when they get more in stock. That's not saying you're 100% safe, and that is why I pre-ordered multiple systems, because I knew this sort of thing would happen. But so far, it does seem like they are holding pre-orders and just delaying people's orders. Because of this lack of consoles and overselling of pre-orders, this might mean that there's not going to be a third wave of PlayStation 5 pre-orders. I'm not sure about Series X yet. We have not heard news about the different allocations for that, whether retailers oversold, because a lot of people, including myself, are worried that Best Buy may have oversold their pre-orders because for a solid hour and a half to 2 hours, people were just continually getting pre-orders in for the Series X at Best Buy. And we were all starting to think, is this an issue? Is this going to be a problem later on? Why did it sell out immediately everywhere else but not here? Do they know their allocation, or are they just kind of selling pre-orders left and right without actually knowing how many systems they have to sell? But with this news, like I said, a lot of people are thinking that the third wave is coming. I don't think there's going to be a third wave. I think those two waves were going to be it. Maybe they'll manufacture enough consoles and be able to allocate more to stores before launch, but it sounds like launch day is going to be your best bet to get a system if you didn't get a pre-order already in. That being said, maybe even launch day is not a guarantee because of how many people may have been oversold with pre-orders. How many stores may have sold too many pre-orders without even knowing how many they're going to have. They just kind of did a rough estimate and went, you know what, let's just go for it. And it's also shocking to me that PlayStation waited this long to let people know. I mean, you took less than 2 months before launch to tell us a price, and now you're not even telling stores how many they're going to get. It has just been an absolute mess, and I understand some of the reasons for why it may have been this bad, but overall, I don't think they have any ground to stand on to come up with excuses for it being this bad, this unorganized, and taking this long to come out with all the information that people needed for this new system. I think when November rolls around and these systems start coming out, it is going to be an incredibly interesting scenario to watch unfold, because it's just been a disaster when it comes to pre-ordering. I don't even want to think what it's going to be like working in the stores those days when those systems come out. But again, I want to stress this, unless you are creating YouTube videos and you're trying to make stuff on the system the first day, most of the games are cross-generational. And I'm sure that there's going to be an upgrade between the two versions, but I don't think it's going to be significant enough that you're going to be missing out on really anything on launch day. If you did not get a system pre-ordered, take solace in the fact that we are going to be the beta testers. We are going to be getting the most buggy consoles. We're probably going to get the worst version of the console. And when it inevitably comes out with slimmer versions in the future that are quieter and run better, after millions of people have been testing them and they've been taking all the diagnostics and all that stuff from us, you're going to get the better deal. That's just how it is. You're going to get a game bundled in with your system in the future. And I know some people this doesn't help. This isn't going to make you feel any better. But I do just want people to know that, because I know a lot of people are getting really upset about not being able to get a pre-order, which I completely understand. I would be as well. But try to take solace in the fact that you're going to be getting a better product, and these systems are not limited run things. This is not a Nintendo thing, okay? They're going to have these systems out for the next 8 years. You're going to be able to buy them for the next 8 years. So everything's going to be fine. You'll get a system, I promise. Now, I want to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comments if you've received some of these emails already, if your pre-orders have been canceled, because I have heard from several people that not only were they getting emails about delays, but their pre-orders were actually outright canceled, even before this was announced. And of course, like the video if you guys liked it, subscribe for more content. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a fantastic day. See you guys.